double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. A first carry for the former Falcon. Tevin Coleman stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Hey, alert! Alert!
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman, and this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Wait, Davey!
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball in the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch it.
On 1st down, Akers, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And he's got room. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Garoppolo now. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Coleman. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Here we go, here we go. 58, come on.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. On first down, Garoppolo. Throw right side, taken in by Pettis. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Man up, D. Man up, D. Hey. Motion. 56 to Mike.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Garoppolo now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. This is caught. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect to put...
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing on second down. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Second down and goal. Garoppolo toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the turnover, here's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Several media outlets thought Andy Isabella was the top receiver in this year's class out of UMass. He dominated his senior year there. 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. They really say that he can just take a top off the defense. He ran a 4.31 40 at the combine, third fastest of all attendees. And then he was taken 62nd. A lot of experts think he was a major bargain with loads of potential. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run on first down. Akers. And down inside the 15 he goes. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Check 56. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Tighten up, go. Check three. Hey, twist. Watch twist.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. That's Samuel, caught left side. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him on to the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Focus, defense, focus. Check 26. Come on. Match back. Right there. Rush in. Rush in.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. The 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Murray trying again after the pick 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Murray going to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. Deuce. Safe. Watch that.
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Check 52.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Check. Switch. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Bring it. Leo. Joker.
Here we go on 4th down with Murray. He finds an opening past the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
From the 35 on second down. Murray, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. 36, 36. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On the ready. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Double dog. That's the way.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
56, check 56. Hey man, watch the boot. Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, I'm coming.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. D Ford in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. I got you. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58. Don't say nothing.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. Hassan Reddick has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one, angling for the sideline. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. The throw over the middle taken in. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. On 1st down, Akers. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
On the set. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Check pass.
To throw is Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game. But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later? Who would that be? That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him? I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right? Yeah, I think he's doing okay. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Garoppolo to throw. This is Coleman with a grab. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere. Yeah,
and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Slant. 21. Hey, wahoo!
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
58, right over there.
They'll toss it to Coleman. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. There he goes left side, and he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Niners, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4 and 4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4 and 5. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.